Good evening everyone and welcome back to the Brain Dead Breakdown. Today I'm going to do something I probably should have done a very long time ago, and that's look at Deftones. So there's a lot of music I've enjoyed that I've come across on the channel recently, or I say recently, since I started the channel, that have apparently had a lot of Deftones influence. There's people in the comments talking all the time in certain bands and about, oh, this sounds like this Deftones song, this one. I never really, the only Deftones song I heard when I was growing up was Back to School, because that was the only one that Kerrang played. And I wasn't a big fan of that one. So I never felt the need to do a deep dive. And I'm starting to feel like that was a mistake, because a couple of Deftones songs have been shown to me. Even that Polyphia song Bloodbath that features Chino, I like. So it's just like, yeah, I should check out Deftones. So that's what we're doing today. I'm going with Be Quiet and Drive Far Away to start, just to get an idea. Where should I go from here? Listen to Sex Tape, because someone recommended that based on my love of Telomeres by Sleep Token. So yeah, I'm going to do Be Quiet and Drive. What else should I do? Like, what are the need to be listened to Deftones songs? Let me know in the comments, because I'm going to be revisiting this. I'm going to be doing some Deftones. Anyway, let's Be Quiet and Drive Far Away, shall we? Okay, so what I have heard of Deftones, this definitely goes to what I was expecting, I'm enjoying it. You can just sway to it. Well, I'll leave that like. That came back in the end, didn't it? Like, that was, like, for the most part, that was just like a nice sway. I was just swaying and getting into it. And then right at the end, the sway went to just a full-on headbang. You know, like, it just came back round. But, man, I might be wrong, but that feels like it might have been a good one to start with. You know? Like, and look, I know technically I started with Sex Tape when it was recommended by Para. Like, to listen to off video, off stream, just in my own time. But for videos, I think that's a pretty good place to start, you know, because like the guitar and the nice sway, it was an easy foot in the door. Whilst, look, Deftones are one of those bands that I've heard, even though I'd never deep dived into the band, of course they've been played, I've heard them around, and like I have an idea of their sound, and that, yeah, that was it, you know, like that. That's what it reminded me of. Well, that's what it reminded me. Of course it did. It's fucking Deftones. But you know what I mean? Like it didn't take me anywhere unexpected yet. So I think it was a nice, easy entry. You know, but as I said at the start of the video, where should I go from here? What Deftones songs do I need to check out? I'm open. Let me know. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't. Subscribe for more like this, comment down below to join the discussion. My links are in the description down below. You got my Twitch where I go live every Monday. Stream, take your requests live on stream. It's a fun time. Play some guitar, just general good vibes. The Twitch streams are fun. And then there's also the Patreon where I take requests again for specific custom videos, I guess. I make a post every 2 weeks and ask for what people want to see. And I also have a couple of extra series, like the Vinyl Countdown, where I listen to whole vinyl records in one session and give my thoughts. And then there's Mum and Son React as well, where me and my mum sit down and I generally introduce her to music that I know, but also once in a while we'll listen to a song that neither of us have heard and give our thoughts. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I've been Braindead. Hopefully I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.